Welcome back, children. Grave Digger Queen has a question for you good people. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Baby, don't hurt me no more. Have a seat so we can discuss this sensitive topic. I'm gonna spark this candle. Do I know love? Yes, sure. But have I known it recently? No. I haven't been properly courted in 3,000 years. Dating was more simple back then. The man went to the woman, asked her family if it was okay, and then presented a bribe. Well, it's called a dowry, but it's a bribe. Let's be real. He was nice for a little while until you got married, and then you were pretty much his butler. But it was good until that point. In this modern day, love is much more complicated, I can tell you that. And love is love, I suppose. I have so much damn work I'm doing with these bodies dropping in holes. I don't really get out to bars very much. Tonight's tale is called One Drink Leads to Another by Montsho Shelby. Something told Alder to come out tonight. She tended not to enjoy the nightlife, and drinking alone was more depressing than never leaving the house at all. The bar was dark and rustic, with dead remnants of bottles on the wall nobody ordered. It was a Tuesday, so there weren't very many people there to distract her from paying attention to the little details. She took a look around and she wondered if she belonged there. Alder was 29, 2 weeks from 30, and she clashed with everything. Absolutely nothing she wore matched with any other thing. Her pants were felt with red and yellow designs with tigers on it. Her shirt was laced with black and white outlines of dinosaurs. She rocked gaudy jewelry with a nose ring connected to the earring around her neck and was set deep with a chain. To top it off, she wore a yellow zebra-patterned scarf even though it was July. Alder tried to talk to the bartender a little, but she could tell he wasn't all that into her. It wasn't as if she was ugly, but she wasn't what would be considered conventionally beautiful. She scanned the bar looking for any real connection to people, more starved for real conversation than she was for anything physical or sordid. There, drinking alone at 5 o'clock was a man, just an ordinary man, with a somber look of degradation weighing down his shoulders. Alder could feel his mood like a moth basking in the warmth of a flame. "You know, only losers drink alone," she said to the solitary man while wearing her smile. Some said her smile was her greatest attribute, and judging from the smile Mr. Ordinary returned, he found out that truth firsthand. "I don't see your date," he came back with a smile. "Why are you here alone?" The man smiled so hard it acted as a perfect disguise. "I'll dial it back, 'cause I see you're drinking and you don't want to face it," said Alder empathically. He nodded and said, "I'm Michael." "Hey, Michael, I'm Alder." "Like Alderman?" "Yeah, I guess so." So, what do you do?" said Michael, grasping for any reason to keep the conversation going. Alder stammered. This was the part of the conversation she hated, because she stretched the truth thin as butter over too much bread. "I'm a social worker," said Alder, taking a nervous drink from her glass. "Really? You don't seem too proud of it." "I work with perverts that are too weird to get laid." Michael laughed and snorted a bit at the crescendo. "You're an oddly weird chick." "I never used to think so, but here I am drinking alone in the daytime. It's not as if I can all the way deny it." "I don't know what it is, but I feel as if I can talk to you." "Maybe it's the social worker in you." "I've got an hour to kill, and there isn't anyone in the bar I'd even consider talking to." "I'm flattered." "I suppose that could be a compliment if viewed from the proper angle." Alder put her hand on the bar. It made a light tap on wood when it connected with the metal of her gaudy ring. "So what brought you down to the bar at this ungodly hour of the day?" said Michael, having little concern for asking her the same question she wasn't comfortable in asking him. "If I tell you mine, you tell me yours?" Michael thought about it. He thought about it so long it was clear he contemplated saying no. "All right then," he begrudgingly agreed. "You first though," he tacked on. Alder thought for a moment, because now she felt obligated to figure out why she was there. "I don't know exactly. I just do it. I mean, I don't drink that hard and I don't look for hookups," she said, wondering if that bold statement might lose Michael's interest. But she felt something inside herself, and she knew he wasn't looking for that either. Call it ESP or some sort of empathic connection, but she could hone in on his moods like he was transparent. Alder always felt emotions deeply, and ever since the invasion, it got stronger, more tangible. I guess it's to feel something different. Michael smiled and waited a long while before speaking, just to make for certain she hadn't had more to say. That was a letdown, said Michael with a heavy smile. He rubbed the top of his head slowly, then took in a breath, almost like sighing, but not quite. I need a place to get away, and I don't like going straight home, Michael said as cryptically as she had. Alder could feel there was more to it. She could sense him tensing up. She could smell his fear. She dealt with them all on her job. Boyfriend or girlfriend? Alder asked straight up just to see if he would give off a knee-jerk reaction to the idea he might have a boyfriend. Michael didn't tense or flinch. He did in fact smirk, which seemed to make it easier for him to continue. Tanya, he said, making it obvious which team he was on. I love her. I really love her, but, he stuttered. Alder gazed at Michael's eyes and felt his mood. She's abusive? Alder asked, but somehow knew. Michael put his drink down altogether. The fact that she knew that was unrealistic and almost akin to a magic trick. How did you know that? Why would you come to that conclusion? Said Michael. Alder smiled, her wide and magnetic smile. I've always been good at knowing little things like that. I don't think that a little thing. Well, that got really scary. Though you are just the ultimate social worker. Yeah, okay, said Alder weakly, as if she didn't like to talk about her job. You're not freaked out? Alder asked, but she could already sense that. So you're one of them then? Asked Michael, making no attempt to explain what he meant. It was obvious to both of them exactly what them meant. You don't seem all that surprised about it, Alder concluded. I used to think all this mystical bullshit was just that, but when regular people started getting powers, or magic, or whatever, Michael trailed off as if he didn't really want to think about it. Alder leaned in closer. Slightly closer than one could say was casual, but not so close to be considered sexual. I think you need my help. How? Michael said with true confusion. I don't know how, but I felt compelled to talk to you, so I can't say that nothing is happening here. Michael took a drink of his beer, but said with supreme confidence, I love my girlfriend, we're just going through some issues. Alder wrote down her number on a napkin and said, I'm supposed to help you, and it's not a hookup deal, it's something more than that. Michael smiled, then stood. For a brief moment, it seemed as if he wasn't going to take the note, but he did. If it's a friend thing and nothing else, Michael said to Alder. Alder had to admit she was drawn to Michael. He was confident, yet shy, tolerant, yet even-headed. And more than anything, he was loyal, which is the reason she hadn't even thought to come at him in a way that would compromise his loyalty.